Just finished changing out our motor mounts and getting our wires, factory wiring, all cleaned up. Not gonna cut it out like a lot of people like to do, which I don't understand why. If I was gonna do it, remove it, I would take it all out the correct way instead of cutting stuff off at the firewall. But for now, I have everything, zip tied up basically and just kind of pushed aside. I'll be using one of the plugs off this for the AC. And then, I have the 2 wires that'll be going to my starter as well on the new engine. Basically, that sends power to the car. Whenever, you turn the key on, whatnot, and to start it, basically turn the key forward, the crank position, That's what allows it to crank. So I'll be using 2 wires off that and the plug on the end that's got Scotch tape on it right there. So, what are you after, boy? He's chasing a bee around. But yeah, so anyways, like I said, I got the new motor mounts in. These are actually adjustable mounts instead of around the ICT plate. I'm getting on these, which are adjustable. I think they were like $70, I think is what they were. And they're really not bad quality. I got them loose right now, so I can still adjust it, but they're not bad quality at all. We just finished putting our pan on. Our feed port, the turbo, drain port, on the front. So I'm getting ready to set this thing down in there. Got our transmission, have one getting built for it actually, but not sure when it's going to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this one in there for now. Then I'll get a converter, a stall converter, and basically go back through it, install the built transmission with a stall converter in it. It's basically said, put a stall in it now and, just do it all at once. And so, yeah, I'm getting ready to, like I said, drop this engine in, get it sat in there, get the transmission up right there, mock it up. I don't know if you can see or not, but I've got a cross member I'm going to try out. Now, I normally go with the Holly cross member or the, oh gosh, I think it's the Blackheart, if I'm remembering correctly, cross member. But I found one and it was a lot cheaper and it looks just like one of those that I just used recently. I think it was the Holly one. It looks almost identical. So I'm going to try it out and see if it works. And like I said, it's like half the price. So if I can make that work, I will show you all how I made it work. I'll give you the part number for it and all that. And like I said, you can save half your money. I think those cross members, I remember correctly, between like $300 and $400. So like I said, yeah. So I'll let you know on that and let you know if that works out or not. And hopefully it will. So like I said, that's where we're at today. Go ahead, get this thing on the hoist and get her sat down in there. Ready, Sam? He's ready. Just got the engine sat down. Got the bolts to the motor mounts. So you can see, I just got to do some adjusting on the mounts and get this thing squared up where I want it. But it went in easy as can be. It went in a lot easier than taking that 370 or a 307 was coming out. That's for sure. I don't know what it was about that thing coming out, but it did not want to come out. But yeah, like I said, I just got it bolted down. Like I said, I'm gonna do some adjusting on the mounts, get this thing squared up because these mounts are adjustable. And just gotta make sure I got plenty of room between my engine and the box there for my AC. I don't want to bust that up because this car is going to have the factory AC and heat in it still, so definitely don't want to damage that. Plan for this car, like I said, is factory heat, factory AC, and it will have probably a big single on it. We were going to go with twins, but I think we're going to go with the single and see how it works out. There's, you know, I'm already gonna be limited on space and stuff, so I think a single for now will be plenty enough. You know, in the future, you know, I can always change it because I set everything up for twins. You know, like the port on the drain or port on the oil pan, you know, the timing cover, dual ports, stuff like that. So it's set up for twins easily. So I mean, that's no big deal. Which is no big deal to change that stuff anyways. But yeah, so like I said, if anything was changed in the future, it can be changed. He's still looking for a B. Sam, did you find? Oh, I hear it. Get it, boy. Get it. She's got her looking now too. Did you guys find the bee? There he goes. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I'm going to finish this thing up. I'm going to get a jack up underneath it, adjust these mounts, and probably put the transmission up underneath this thing, get it put up against it, and go from there. Alright, so I just got our fuel tank dropped out of here. As you can see. Oh gosh. There she is. She's not in bad shape. So I am going to use the factory tank. A drop-in pump from Holley. It is a 350 liters per hour tank or a pump, which I think comes out to about 96 gallons per hour. Here it is. What's the part number for that? And it has a built-in regulator as well. Comes with some instructions, some install. But it self-regulates inside the tank, which is cool, because then you don't have to run any type of return line or anything like that. Here it is, as you can see, it sits in there like so. There's the regulator, and it's got ports for 2 lines, I guess, in case you did want to return, you know, but it self-regulates. Like I said, it's set 58 psi, so like I said, you don't have to run a return line or anything. It comes with a harness. Let's see. Another end of the harness, you know, to hardwire, and then your filter and the lock for the top of the tank. So yeah, it ended up being about I think like $490, I think, after tax. That's what it was. But yeah, so they make one that's 255 liters per hour as well. So it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's about, I think before tax, I think it's like $400, $406 or something like that. So you probably end up about $440, $450, something like that. But yeah, so like I said, we went with the 350 liter per hour pump, and like I said, you can use your basically, you know, your factory fuel system, but I'll be running braided line straight off the pump there, all the way up here to the front. And basically I'm just, you know, leaving the factory lines underneath the car in case, you know, whatever, in case ever, you know, it was to be sold or something like that, you know, and whoever it was to go to was like, oh, when I convert it back or whatever, you know, I like to leave stuff like that up there for people, in case that is the situation. What's up, Sam? But anyways, yeah, like I said, with this fuel setup, you don't have to buy a regulator or anything. Like I said, it self-regulates in the tank. There is one, though, that they sell. It's like half the price, but you have to pay attention to that because it doesn't come with the regulator. So you'd have to buy an external regulator, which, you know, is no big deal. But like I said, I got the one that self-regulates in the tank. So we'll be installing that probably today, get that in there, and Either today or tomorrow, I'll probably get that in there. I just dropped the tank just now, so we'll see how it all pans out.